What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I am back in Bermondsey after making a video a little while ago saying there's not much around here. I thought I'd try and find somewhere I haven't been. And one place that's been recommended quite a lot in the area is Maltby Street Market for food. And I thought I'd give that a go today because, as I say, I've never been there. But there's also, just looking around, there's an antique market right over there. So I might give that a go first. So yeah, here it is, the Bermondsey Antique Market every Friday, and that kind of sucks, it's not today. If you're in Bermondsey on a Friday, there's an antique market you probably want to check out. There's like a cocktail bar in a public toilet down here. Ooh. So that's a cocktail bar in a public toilet, but there's also a guy rolling up down there, so best not disturb him. There's some pretty gnarly holes in this window. Kind of look like bullet holes, but I've never seen a bullet hole before. And just as walking over to the market, there is like this little old cemetery slash park thing. And there's left a little key. Maybe if you get locked in, or maybe someone's just dropped a key and put it there. Okay, this is the only one I can really make out. It's from 1748. So it's pretty old. The rest of them are quite corroded, so you can't really see the dates in there. But yeah, it's a really nice little space actually, and you can see the shard over there, so you can kind of get a good idea of where we are. So this is supposedly a really good alternative to Borough Market, and you can see how tightly knit the city is, because where I was just there was near the shard. You can see the shard, and then as you walk up from Bermondsey, I'll show you just, well, in a second, and we're minutes away from the market, you can see, oh, there's a bridge in the way, but just through there is Tower Bridge, so I'll just walk up there first to show you. Suppose it's quite a young market. I think it started up about 2009. This area is a massively sort of regenerated area over the last decades. There's a lot of gentrification going on around here, and that's where the food scene comes in. And yeah, I think it's along these railway lines. So I think it's over that way. But super close by, Tower Bridge, which I hope you can see through here. It's really loud in this tunnel. The area drastically changes when you cross over the bridge, which is heavily touristy. Obviously, you've got Tower Bridge, you've got the Tower of London over there, St Catherine's Dock. There's so much over there, which is very tourist heavy. And when you cross the bridge, it just turns into just generic sort of buildings. There's a lot of hotels, there's like Premier Inns over there. There's a lot of old warehouses that are now turned into offices. So it's not like the nicest part of town, but it's certainly a lot better than it was when I was growing up. You just would not want to come down here at all. So there is an element of rejuvenation that's happened here, but still potted around in certain places. Like, you don't have it all in one spot. But I suppose this market's really nice and it's close by, so I'm going to head there now. This place is literally the other side of the tracks to the Bermondsey Beer Mile, which I have been to a few times, and I've just never been over here. So I had no idea this was around here, but as you can see, I'll turn you around. There's some restaurants under the arches here. And then you've got the rope walk, which is where the market is, I believe. So a rope walk is essentially where they used to make rope back in the industrial sort of ages. And obviously this is like quite close to the Thames and heavily industrial area. So that's why it's called that. You can see there's a load of rope up there, a load of old rope. Okay.
Yeah. Oh. This week is New Year, 2 days.
Just 2 days now.
Now.
Hey mate.
Yeah, they're sending packaging.
Yes, sto volando outro então, gente, pegar meu tô falando de meteor.
I've had a little bit of a mess. So I thought I was going to try the Cuban sandwich, which I got, and it looks absolutely banging. And then I thought just had something a little bit different as well, because I want to try more than one thing, as I've come all the way here. So I thought I'd try like the like rice wrap things. I can't remember what they're called. I was on the phone when I was ordering it, and he instead just did a banh mi with rice. So I've got like 2 full meals here, and I'm going out later. So I wanted to try them out, but the whole market just completely evacuated. Like no one's in there, and it was quite depressing and quiet, and I didn't feel comfortable eating on my own and talking to the camera. So I'm just out here. I need to find somewhere nice to eat this, because in this sort of like estate car park with some bins just isn't it. So I'm going to find somewhere else to eat, hopefully a little bit more picturesque. So yeah, I'm going to try and find it now. This tunnel's a little bit spooky. You've got these like discarded Christmas trees, or wooden pallets. Quite a nice chair actually. I would actually take that home. And then like this railing with really old chairs in there. Like this is the sort of stuff I used to have at my primary school. The old wooden metal chairs. Right, I think I found a better place to eat. The food doesn't look as good as it did when I had it over in the market. So the market was over that way. It's been about a 10-minute walk. And I'm gonna go, I think we're gonna try, the Cuban sandwich first. So this is the classic Cuban, they say. So it's pulled pork, pickles, mustard, American mustard, smoked cheese on there as well. So I've never had one of these before. You always hear about them on like American TV shows. So let's give it a try. It's really good. The mustard just hit me there. I mean, you can't go wrong with that combination of ingredients. Pulled pork's super salty, super soft. Mustard, yeah, it's a nice little addition. Not hot at all really. Gherkins are nice. There's a lot of them as well. The bread's also nice and cooked without it being greasy or anything. So which I'm a big fan of. Like I hate when these kind of things are like super greasy. And I'll get a lot of the cheese there as well, which is like really lightly smoked, really lightly smoked, but you can taste it. That was a banger. That was definitely the most popular stall in the whole thing. It was the biggest queue. Another thing I got, as I said, is some Vietnamese, but with rice. As I say, I did just want the little wrap because I think this is just a lot, and I'm going out in a second, so I'll check that out in a bit. The other thing I wanted to get was the Ethiopian, but I have just walked past it. What I like about sandwich as well, it's not rich at all. Like, it's got a lot of flavour, but it's not like too much. Like I think after eating this, I'm not going to feel horrible, which is always a good thing. That's an 8 out of 10. So yeah, the market as a whole, I really liked. It's very small. There's only about 7 or 8 stalls from today. Because it's January, I'm not sure if this is like the full-fledged market experience. There's a few other like restaurants and stuff in there. I peeked through the windows, but they're all like closed, or there's a wedding going on in one of them. A couple of nice little shops on there, but ultimately a really nice market. When everyone sort of left for some reason, and it's now gloomy and dark, it was a bit grim. Like obviously those flags, which is a nice little touch, but they're pretty dirty. And when everyone's out there, when the sky's grey, it really looks like it needs a bit of a spruce up. But I personally like it. I'm a dive bar kind of guy, so I like that side of things, especially in the more industrial areas of London. I like a bit of grot, personally. But I know that's not for everyone, especially for tourists and things like that. But as an alternative to Borough Market, which is stupidly busy all the time, on a Saturday, when it was like that, easy to get your food. As I say, the Cuban sandwich one was the busiest, and it was 20-minute wait. But the rest, the Vietnamese was like a couple of minutes. You're in, you're out. Right, on that note, let's try that. Right, so this is the Vietnamese. It's got some nice salad in there. It's a bit squashed because of the box. But yeah, just a load of rice, which I could really do without, to be honest. But let's give it a go. Oh, I'm in everyone's pictures. I'm going to be in people's holiday pictures, eating Vietnamese from a box. So you've got cucumber, a lot of fresh flavours, lettuce. That's really good. Some onions on there as well. This is essentially a banh mi without the bread. I think that's my favourite. Everything's super fresh. Chicken's really nice and tender. It's seasoned with a lot of flavour. The onions, and there's something else on it as well, which I can't. Oh, there's hot sauce on there as well, which is really nice. Not too hot. Yeah, that's definitely my. I think that's my favourite. That's like a. There's an 8 out of 10 as well because of the rice, but flavours are absolutely on point. I did a bit of history on the bridge in one of my last videos when I had spent a day in London. This is definitely one of my favourite structures in the city. What's going on there? Those guys. It's definitely one of my favourite structures in the city. It just looks so dramatic. But also, just being on the Thames, I actually love just being around here. I was reading a bit about the Roman invasion. So that is London, the city of London right there. That is the original city, Londinium, that the Romans founded, created. If you just think on the Thames here, you would have had. I don't think Julius Caesar ever made it fully up the Thames. It was Claudius, I believe, who eventually managed to invade Britain and then made all this good stuff. There's like Roman walls over there you can see. There's actually Roman walls, quite a lot of Roman wall structures that you can see in the city today. And yeah, it's just one of my favourite parts of town, even though it's one of the most touristy, because there's just stuff going on everywhere. And you can eat Cuban sandwiches on the bridge while looking at that view, which today, I admit, with the weather, it's not looking too great, but it's good enough for me. Just coming down from the bridge, I saw there is a little Christmassy sort of market going on down there, so I thought I'd check that out. Got like crepes. How much are they? £8. Bit of German sausage. £10. Hot chocolate, chestnuts, disgusting. Although that looks pretty good, to be fair. Okay. Definitely not a lover of chestnuts, but they smell amazing, and that looks pretty good. And you get a nice view as well, so that's where the market is. You get a nice little view of the Thames. It's pretty chill down here, there's not many people, so if you just want to like have a little Tesco meal deal here, you can do that and just look at the bridge. And it is quite nice to see it all lit up. I think the last time I came here was in the summertime, in one of my previous videos. This is the Dickens Inn, which I might go in, because I think last time I just stood outside it and talked about it, so it looks really nice, with all the lights up. You can see the boats there. I used to work in that building over there. My seat was one off the window, and it was really depressing. So, it's the Dickens Inn, here's the menu. Any interested in food? So I've actually got to go out now, so I didn't have time for a pint, but I'm going to walk up to Liverpool Street and we'll see what's on the way. So that's where the pub was. Walk along here, there's some really nice little restaurants in the summer, it's really nice. There's also one thing here that I've always wanted to go to, but it takes a certain type of person, a kind of nerd that wants to go there. That's gone. No. Oh, there used to be like here, there was a suit of armour, and this was like a medieval restaurant experience kind of thing, where I don't know what happens in there, like they'd joust and stuff, and you'd have like a medieval banquet. But I never got to go. No one ever wanted to come with me, and I'm gutted it's gone. Right, here's the tower. They're doing a bit of renovation works. The tower bridge is all lit up now as well. We missed that. Just in the short walk over here. I know I featured this in an old video, but it'll never cease to amaze me. So this is a old medieval gate house, kind of with the remains of it, from the 13th century. And it's just there, sort of chilling. And then just a little bit further up here, with literally hardly any, well, almost no one around, you have a part of the Roman wall, which was around the perimeter of London. This is what it would have looked like. There it is now. And this guy, which everyone thinks is Julius Caesar, is Trajan, I think. Yep, AD 98. Okay, so just coming down from Tower Hill, so you've got this World War II memorial. So this has something like 24,000, I think, names of people that died in World War II without a known grave, I believe. So that's all along here and this thing here. But there's something also here that not a lot of people actually know about. So just here is a site of an old scaffold, which there used to be hangings and beheadings in this square here. To commemorate the tragic history, in many cases the martyrdom of those for who the sake of their faith, country or ideals staked their lives and lost. On this site, more than 125 were put to death, the names of some of whom are recorded here. So yeah, you've got Edward Plantagenet, you've got Sir Thomas More, I don't know if you can see here, so I'm definitely missing some. Thomas Cromwell was here, was killed here. There's quite a few big names in history that were executed here. I think James, Duke of Monmouth, Thomas More as well. Yes, but all by Henry VIII, so he was a bit of a sod. This is the spot, if you did want to see it, which is across from the tower and this grand building over here. Also, when you come out of here, you've got the wonderfully named Traitors Gate pub. Just coming through the back of the Four Seasons, you've got this really dark little alleyway with this arch going here, and yeah, you've got the Cheshire Cheese pub. So not to be confused with the other Cheshire Cheese pub, which is one of the oldest pubs in London. I think burnt down in the fire 1666, but it goes on before that. Can't really remember exactly where it's from. This is a really old pub as well, but it's not, I think it's like the oldie Cheshire Cheese, which is the one in Fleet Street. But it's pretty cool. It's under these arches. You've got a Munich Cricket Club there, which I think is just a German beer house. Here we've got a pretty historic church. So this is St. Botolph's without Aldgate, which just means without means outside of Aldgate. One of these old police things, so you can call the police from the little box, and an old water fountain here, which was Metropolitan Drinking Fountain Association erected it. It doesn't say when. 1905. Okay, so it's not that old, but you've got like a nice old little cup if you want to pour that out into your water vessel. Don't know if it works. It doesn't work. You can see it's a Saturday night and it's absolutely dead. So this is really just a Monday to Friday part of town. Like, you've got these really nice bars here. They're just completely empty. Yeah, they're open, but there's no one in them. So yeah, as it's getting dark, I think I'm going to end the video there. Thanks for watching, everyone. If there's any other places you'd like to see me visit or anything you'd like to see me do in London, let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Oh, and subscribe.